Good morning, everyone. I'm back. There I am. First off, of course, the updated list of sponsors of June 2018. I like to thank everyone. I really appreciate it. As you can see, I always cut off the last bit of the last name because you don't want to be on internet with your full name, I guess. You know, if you have a name that is doesn't come across there that much, you don't want to do that. So that's why I cut off the last bit of the last name. So this is the updated list as of today, 10 o'clock. And that's it. Okay, guys. What I have in store for this weekend, bear with me. First off, I'm going to do the blooming effect one more time. No, 3 times. But I'm going to show you the difference between the pouring mediums. So the first one I'm going to do is the one I did before, and this is the old recipe pouring medium. This is the medium that you guys all have in America because the new one hasn't arrived yet. And I'm sure a lot of people that have bought the Vallejo, they all have the old pouring medium, this one. And I'll show you what the new one looks like. This is the new one. As you can see, a little bit milkier. And that's because there's something they put something in here to make those cells really explode. So it's the same number. So this one is going to, they're going to check it out. And this one is the replacement for this one. So this is the one you guys have. This is the one that's just on the market. I have in my shop, I have it. So everyone that orders pouring medium in my shop, they get the new one. This one is, if you have some of these bottles, save them because they're not going to be available anymore. Maybe if they think, well, it's a whole different pouring medium, maybe they'll put it back in. I'm not sure. But as of now, everything you order will be this new formula. So I'm hoping they're gonna keep this on there for a while because I have that with the polyurethane. They did something to the recipe and it was new formula, and now I get my newest order and they took that off. So I think they should keep this on. Keep this thing on for quite some while. So at least until everyone has, just finished off their old pouring medium. Now, this is a 15 by 15. As you can see, it doesn't have any pegs in the corner, but I did put the push pins in to make sure that it is level, because last time I showed you this, it wasn't totally level. And this is it. This is what it dried up to. See, it's all dry. But as you can see here, it's sort of, on this side, it's sort of rolled off the canvas a little bit. So that's how important it is to make sure that your canvas is level when you set it away to dry. And the thing is, you can sit next to that painting for half an hour and think, okay, nothing's happening, it's level. Then when you walk away and you come back the next day, you see that it did really slowly come off the side just a little bit. But it's still a pretty pour with all these blooming things in there. And that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to show it with 3 different pouring mediums. Now, one of the viewers said, because you saw me, add a little paint to the spots where the silicone hit the canvas. One of the people that commented, they said, you can paint the whole canvas blue and then you wouldn't have that problem. And absolutely right, that's it. If you're gonna, do this a lot, you might want to consider to do a whole background, just, in the same sort of colors you're using. And that way, if you get those spots, it's not a problem because you'll just see the background color. So that's a good solution to the problem. Okay, now I am going to show you the mixing too, because I get too many questions about the mixing. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use 4 colors, and this time I won't forget to add one, because in the last one I forgot to add the green. A lot of people commented on that. Yes, you all pay a lot of attention. Okay, this one is empty, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's totally empty. So that one's out, but we have a new one. So what I want to do is a bit of blue, and let's see if I got some left in here. I think so. And a little white, and I want to see what color that mixes into. That's a nice color. I like that color. So we have a nice blue. Then we make a teal, a little bit more of the teal color. So what I did is this one, the 404, and a little bit of 303 makes this nice bright blue. Then this one is the teal, 426. Then I want white, because the white we're going to use to add the silicone to, and the other colors no silicone. Then comes in the this one, the 823. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Don't know why they have to make it so difficult. I just call it a really nice silky blue or something like that. Oops. Okay, that's that. Got a little bit of a poopy in there, so we're going to mix that up a little. We don't want those things coming on our canvas, because this is really thin. So you'll need to have nothing in there, no little bits, no, I don't know how you call them, little snotty things. You don't want that in the paint. So make sure it's all nice and smooth. Okay, now we're going to use this one, the old recipe pouring medium. So I'm going to put in about, I think 60 to 70%. That's about how much I put in. A little bit more in there. Then we're going to stir it up and make sure it's nice and smooth and everything's nicely incorporated into each other. Goes for the blue. And this color. And of course for the teal. And don't forget to go over the middle part, because if you just do this like on the sides, you might miss, whoops, you might just miss the middle. So we have it all. Oh, let me show you how I add the silicone. So these are the colors we're going to use. Then I'm going to add some silicone. I'm going to go for the Vallejo silicone. But the dimethicone will work just as, I think exactly the same, because it's the same thickness. So I'm putting 2 drops in here. That's more than enough. And I'm going to stir it in pretty well like that. Okay. Now I'm going to get a bigger cup. And we're going to put in, let's start with the blue. So I'm going to put in some blue. Then put in the white. Ooh, magical things are happening. Then some teal. And some other color blue. A little bit more of the white. And I think that's enough. So we turn it around and we let it go. Now this one is a little bit more, as you can see, a little lighter than the other one. But as you can see, it's pretty much pouring off my canvas. I'm just helping the corners just a little bit, because we do want full coverage. And make sure that you match it a little bit, you know, with the color. You got a lot of color on the table, so you can just mix and match it a little bit. Okay, there we are. Clean my hands off a little bit. Then the torch, and we'll see what happens. As you can see, a few things are happening. Stuff is coming to the top, but because of the thinness of the paint, you can see right down to the canvas. So if you get that, you have to watch out. Just add a little on there, and as you can see, it'll grow bigger. And I missed a little bit of canvas here down the side and the corner. So as you can see, every time that silicone rises to the top, it'll make one of these pretty little bloom things. Now I'd like to add a little bit of white there in the middle. Because I like to use markers on this when it's dry. Just sort of making the spot disappear. This one too, but mixing it up just a little bit. See that? A little bit here. And you might have to come in just a little later, because the best thing to do is wait for it to stop moving. Then you can add your paint to the parts where you can see the canvas, and then you're good to go. So I'm gonna put this one away. I don't think it's gonna be moving much more. I could just leave it like this, because let's see if we have some more action. Oh yeah, there's one popping. There's another one coming. And as you can see, this is caused by the warmth of the torch. Here you go, two popping, that one came, that one came. So you can see, you know, you just have to give it a little time, and there will be these blooming things coming up, and that's pretty cool. If you have these acrylic markers, you can do something with these shapes that you've made in your pour. So this was number one. This was the old recipe Vallejo pouring medium, and we're going to move to the new pouring medium, which I think will be pretty much the same, but we'll see. So putting this one away. And I am using really small canvases, because, you know, I just want to do some experimenting with the thickness of the paint. As you can see here, I'm trying to see, you know, what happens when I add that. And as you can see, I am not really, you have to be careful when you use the torch, because I still have people that they explain to me that it's not working, but it's not that you really torch onto the paint. You just really sort of do this. As you can see here around, this is all plastic. If that was really hot, that plastic would absolutely melt. It would do something. But as long as you keep this movement, as you can see it sort of pulling a little bit together, but it's not melting, because that's how much you warm the paint. So it's only warming, it's never burning the paint. So keep that in mind, because I think that's really very important, because you don't want to have fumes coming off that acrylic paint. And if you are a little bit concerned, please use a respirator. I've you know, talked about that a couple of times, maybe 100 times. But if you're not totally convinced that you do it right, please use a respirator, because better be safe than sorry. That's what I always say. So that was it. I'm going to clean up this little mess, be right back with you guys, and we're going to do the new recipe formula pouring medium. So thanks for watching. Love you to pieces. See you in a bit.